entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
The world outside has changed in 10 years' time. It's not going to be easy starting over.
No, sir, I don't suppose it will be.
I'm not going to give you a lecture. You're an intelligent man. During the years you've been here, I've learned to know you pretty well. You're not the sort to make the same mistake twice.
You can be sure of that, sir.
I've written this letter to an old friend of mine. If you feel like it, you can go see him. I know he'll do whatever he can to get you started off on the right foot. He's a sheriff at Diablo.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your confidence.
Well, goodbye, Tom, and good luck.
Goodbye, Warden.
What do you think you're doing, Tagg?
Watch me beat him to the draw. Draw! Look at that. Right through the heart. Good shooting, huh?
No, Tagg. I wouldn't say that was very good shooting.
What do you mean? I shot him dead, and before he could even get his gun up.
Tagg, I think it's about time you and I had a little talk about guns. In the first place, you don't use them to go around killing people.
Well, that's what they're for, aren't they?
Well, if I didn't know you so well, young man, I'd say you weren't very bright. An expert uses a gun to protect lives, not to take them. It's a defense weapon, Tagg. Now remember that.
Well, how are you going to defend yourself if some varmint draws on you without you beating to it and kill him first?
I'll show you. Pull that rope.
Gosh.
See what I mean?
Sheriff! Sheriff!
Oh, Annie, is your uncle here?
No, he isn't, Mr. Willits. He's out of town on business, but his deputy's around here somewhere. Something wrong?
Well, I got held up again. That's what's wrong.
Oh, here's his deputy now. Lofty!
What is it, Ed?
2 men. They jumped me just this side of Eagle Rock and got away with about $8,000 worth of gold concentrate that I was bringing from the mine to the railroad station.
Have you any idea who they were? What they looked like?
Just the same as before. I couldn't tell. They wore masks. As they were going away, I took a couple of shots at them. I got the horse, and I think I nicked the other fellow's hat. Leastwise, it fell off.
Did you get his hat?
No, I couldn't. About this time, the first zombie cuts loose, and I had to take cover. And he keeps on shooting until the other fella gets his hat and high-tails it off into the rocks on foot.
Still on foot. We got a good chance to catch him. Any of you men want to come along? Get a horse, Ed.
Why, sure.
One of us is gonna have to walk, or this horse is gonna drop dead on us.
Well, I'm not walking. Not in this heat, I ain't.
Well, if you think I'm...
Hey, wait a minute.
Stay here, Jim. Get down. I said get down. Next time I'll shoot 6 inches lower. Get going. I know that hombre from someplace. I know that face.
Well, let's get moving. Stand out. Get your hands up.
What's this all about?
This is one of them, all right. Look at that bullet hole I put through his hat.
Where's your partner?
What partner? I don't have any partner. I was held up back there on the trail and the fellow stole my horse. I don't know what you fellows are talking about. I was on my way to Diablo to see the sheriff.
You're going to Diablo, all right, and you're going to see the sheriff.
I don't know what it is you fellas think I did, but whatever it is, you're wrong.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
Now, wait a minute. Don't everybody go getting excited. Lofty will find them.
He'd better find him. This thing is getting kind of regular. $30,000 worth of gold in the last month. Let's get out.
Gosh, $30,000 worth of gold. What do you suppose those two bandits are going to do with it, Annie?
It's a good question, Tagg. Something I'd like to find out myself.
Maybe they're...
Hey, look. I think it's about time you and I did a little detective work on our own. Come on, Tagg. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Hello, Annie. Hi, Tagg.
Say, Phil, do you know anyone around here shipping gold concentrate besides the Apex mine?
Oh, there ain't much going out of here anymore. Hey, the Bolton boys are shipping some.
Dan and Jim Bolton?
Yeah?
I thought their diggings played out a long time ago.
What's on your mind, Annie?
Just curious. Thanks, Phil.
All right, Annie.
Bet I know what you're thinking.
I'll bet there isn't a grain of gold in the Bolton mine. Come on, we're going out there and have a look around.
Right.
You stay here, Tagg, and keep watch. I'm gonna have a look inside that mine.
Right.
Jim. Now I remember him. Malloy. That's who he is, Tom Malloy.
What are you talking about?
The guy I took this horse off of, Tom Malloy. We did time together about 5 years ago.
What do you reckon he's doing out here?
I don't know. He's doing a long stretch for safe robbery. I thought he was still up there.
What are you taking the saddle off that horse for?
We gotta get rid of it. I don't want anything around here that'll tie us up with Malloy.
That's a good idea.
But we could keep the saddle. No use in losing that. I'll hide it where nobody will find it.
What's up?
Get your hands away from that gun.
I reckon maybe you know you're trespassing on private property.
That's right. But I was just looking for the two men who held up the gold messenger.
What made you think you'd find him around here?
Just a hunch, maybe.
Yeah, we thought they might be hiding in that mine.
Well, why don't you go ahead and have a look?
I've already had a look. Tagg, go get the horses. It's kind of dangerous to turn your back around here.
Don't try it.
I'd like to get a shot at them, too.
There'll be other chances.
You take care of the horses, Tagg.
Right, Annie?
Hi, Annie.
Hello, Lofty.
Well, we got one of them.
You sure?
What do you mean by that?
I thought Dan Bolton and his brother were mixed up in this thing somewhere.
Why Dan Bolton?
Well, I'll explain it while I make us some coffee. Come on.
Of all the crazy ideas I ever heard of, you going up to the Bolton mine. You could have gotten yourself killed.
Well, Lofty, I do believe you worry about me.
Well, of course I do. But that's got nothing to do with it. You could have gotten Tagg killed, too.
Well, at least I gave that mine a good looking over. I don't believe there's a grain of gold in that place.
Look, Annie, nobody can tell if there's gold in a mine by just walking in and taking a quick look around.
Well, then where are they getting the stuff they're shipping out? Tell me that.
Annie, the man we got locked up in there has been identified by Ed Willits. He's even got the hole in his hat that Ed put there.
It could be a coincidence. I still don't think we've got the right man.
But he admits being in prison for robbery. Gives us some story about the warden writing your Uncle Luke a letter, only he can't produce the letter.
But he explained that the letter was in the saddlebag on the horse they took from him.
The whole story sounds too fishy. I'm sorry, Annie, I just don't believe it.
Oh, Lofty, your only trouble is you're just as stubborn as a mule.
I am not. It's just that...
so. You got an idea set in your head and you just don't want anyone to change it.
Now, look, Annie, you know that isn't so.
Then why don't you send the warden a telegram and check?
All right, I'll do that.
Miss Annie,
Yes?
I heard you mention Dan Bolton a while ago.
Yes, do you know him?
We were in prison together. He served out his time and got out about 5 years ago.
Well, that's about the length of time he's been around here.
That fellow that took my horse, there was something familiar about him. I seemed to recognize his voice.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure, and it was Dan Bolton. I could swear to that.
Look, with your prison record, you're in a tough spot unless we can prove somebody else held up that gold messenger. Will you help me? Will you do anything I ask?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be right back. Oh, Bert!
Annie, what can I do for you?
I've got a story for your paper.
Good, what is it?
Well, you can say this. It has just been disclosed that the man who's being held for the holdup of the Apex mine messenger is Tom Malloy, who recently escaped from prison while serving a term for robbery.
An ex-convict, eh? Hey, that is a good story.
Will it be in tomorrow's paper?
It certainly will, and right on the front page. Thanks to you, Annie.
You're welcome, Mr. Copeland. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ow! Oh, Tagg, hold still. I'll be through in a minute.
Oh, Annie, for gosh sakes.
Just a couple of more pins.
Hello, Annie.
Good morning.
How do you do, madam? Oh, it's Tagg. Hey, that's very becoming.
That sells it. I won't do it.
Oh, Tagg. Now look what you've done. I'm going to have to fit this all over again.
Not on me, you won't.
Oh, please, Tagg. It'll only take a minute.
I have to take breakfast to your prisoner. Why don't you try it on Lofty? He's bigger than me.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Oh, no. Say, have you seen the morning's paper?
No, not yet.
Take a look.
The man we got locked up in there escaped from state prison.
No, really?
Now, you see, Annie, a man's judgment is better in things like this. Why, I knew he wasn't telling the truth from the minute we nailed him.
I'm sorry I argued with you, Lofty. I should have known that you're much smarter about such things than I am.
Now, I didn't mean that, Annie, and you know it. You're plenty smart about a lot of things. But dealing with crooks is a man's job, and you can't be sentimental.
That's right. And I suppose that's why you're such a good deputy sheriff.
Lofty! Your prisoner escaped.
What?
When I came to bring him his breakfast, that cell door was wide open.
I guess it's kind of my fault.
Kinda your fault. What do you mean?
Well, I think I left the cell door unlocked last night.
You deliberately let him go?
Well, Annie, I hope you realize what you've done. You made me the laughing stock of the whole town.
That man escaped from state prison.
Lofty, I'd like to explain about
You'll
it.
have to explain about it later. Right now, I have to go out and find Tom Malloy all over again.
Gee, Lofty's mad, Annie. I've never seen him act like that before.
You'll get over it. Go on in and eat your breakfast, Tagg.
Okay, sis.
It's Annie. Everything's all set. You sure you know what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am. I thought it all out.
Good. Good luck to you, and be careful.
Thanks, Miss Annie. I'll bring back that letter that the warden gave me.
Did you get all the stuff?
I sure did. I got some information, too. You know that Tom Malloy you're taking the horse off of? He wasn't released from state prison. He busted out.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you want a real laugh? They got him locked up in the Diablo jail for robbing the gold messenger.
Well, this ought to take some of the heat off us. You know, I was kind of suspicious of that guy. When I knew him 5 years ago, he still had 15 years to serve. So he busts out, huh?
Yeah, but it didn't do him much good. They caught up with him again.
Howdy. Wonder if I could hit you up for a little grub. I got money to pay for it.
Well, if it isn't Tom Malloy.
You made a mistake, stranger. My name is Smith.
Cut it out, Tom. I'm Dan Bolton. Remember me?
Well, I'll be dogged if it ain't. Dan Bolton, how are you?
This is my brother, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Howdy. I heard they had you locked up in the Diablo jail.
You don't think I'm gonna let any two-bit jail hold me after breaking out of state prison, do you? It's a nice, quiet layout you got here. Maybe we can do a little business.
Yeah, what kind of business?
Like I say, I got a little money and need a place to hide out.
Sure, why not?
Wait a minute, Dan, are you crazy? They're looking for this guy.
Tom's an old friend. You don't think I'd turn down an old friend, do you?
Take care of your horse back at the corral there, Tom. We'll rustle up some grub.
What's the idea of letting an escaped convict hole up here? He's going to get us into a mess of trouble.
Take it easy. We can use this guy. He's one of the best safe experts in the country. And with what we've got on him, he'll have to do anything we say.
Well, I still don't like it.
Jim, we've got a pretty good setup here, Tom, if you'd like to string along with us.
Nah, I don't know anything about mining.
It isn't hard to learn the way we do it.
What do you mean?
Shut up. You talk too much.
Tom's okay. Stop worrying about him, Jim.
What's the deal?
Well, we've got a gold mine, you see. Well, there isn't any gold in it.
2 class. So?
Some of the mines around here have got lots of gold. They ship the concentrate down to the railroad station. But on the way, they're relieved of it.
I'm beginning to understand.
Gold concentrate isn't easy to get rid of. That is, unless you've got a gold mine yourself. Then it's easy. It just comes out of your own mine.
Pretty smart. I wouldn't mind being in on a deal like that.
You never could learn to keep your mouth shut, Dan. That's why you had to spend 5 years of your life in the pen.
Relax, Jim, relax.
So what's your idea?
Well, when Jim went into town this morning, he found out there's another shipment going out early tomorrow morning, right after daylight.
Being Sunday, they don't figure to be bothered, right?
That's right. We can knock them over in Sidewinder Pass. They won't be expecting us there.
Sounds okay. Count me in.
Well, it means an early start. Better turn in.
In here?
Right.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello, Lofty.
Hello, Annie.
I've got a pot of coffee on the stove.
You're not going to square yourself with a pot of coffee. I've been out combing those hills since early this morning. Annie, how could you have done such a crazy thing? What's your uncle going to say?
Well, if it works out the way I think it's going to, he'll say I'm pretty smart. Want to hear about it?
No, but I'll have the coffee.
You just wait, Lofty. You'll see I'm right.
Trouble with you, Annie, is you're too trusting. Malloy's probably miles away from here by now. We'll never see him again.
What's the matter?
Keep talking. But don't look toward the window.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
What were you doing out there?
Waiting for her to be alone so I could come in and talk to her.
What happened, Tom?
Well, I went up to the Boltons, all right.
Well, did you get the warden's letter?
I couldn't find my horse or my saddlebags.
Still sounds fishy to me.
I don't blame you for that. You've been right all along, Miss Annie. They're your men, all right.
You mean they've been pulling these holdups?
Every last one of them. Not only that, but they got another one planned for tomorrow morning.
Well, I'll go up and bring him in.
No, wait a minute, Lofty. You haven't got any evidence yet. You've got to catch him in the act.
Yeah, that's right. You know where they're going to hold this messenger up?
At a place called Sidewinder Pass. They found out he's going through there tomorrow morning at daybreak.
I'll be there before daybreak. You go back to the cabin. I'll round up some men.
Well, there's nothing in any of this stuff that'll tell us anything.
The only thing I can figure out is Malloy took off because he was afraid we'd turn him in.
Yeah, you fool mighty easy, Dan. I found this letter in his saddlebag. It's from the prison warden to the sheriff in Diablo.
And he didn't bust out. He was released, huh?
That's right. He's a plant. He's working for the sheriff. And you had to talk your fool head off to him.
They ought to have been here by now, Lofty. You don't reckon that Malloy double-crossed you?
No, I don't think so.
Well, they might have got the messenger farther up.
No, they couldn't have. Got the road covered all the way to the mine.
Well, maybe they'll be along.
This way, Tom.
Are we going to Sidewinder Pass? It's that way.
We changed our plans.
Yeah, we forgot to tell you. We're gonna knock over the bank in Diablo.
But it's Sunday. Won't that be closed?
Yeah, we figured on that. But you're pretty good at cracking safes. We got everything you'll need right here.
Annie! Hey, Annie!
Oh, Tagg, do you realize it's almost time for Sunday school and you're not even dressed yet?
Wait a minute, sis. Those two Bolton brothers just rode in town, and your escaped prisoners with them.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. I saw them.
Look, Tagg, I want you to ride out to Sidewinder Pass as fast as you can and get hold of Lofty.
Sure, sis.
Ready to light?
All set.
You'll be taking care of when this thing blows.
Then when this thing goes off, the whole town'll hear it. We gotta be ready to make a fast getaway.
Yeah, you go out and get the horses and bring them around the front. Wait there.
The lawyer was right about the warden's letter. I just found it on him. Come on.
Hey, Annie, I met Lofty right out at the edge of town.
Good work, Tagg. Now hurry along and get dressed or Sunday school's gonna be over. Go on.
Oh, it's the answer to the telegram I sent the prison warden.
Yeah, what does it say?
Listen, and if you need a new deputy to send to Red Rock District, believe Tom Malloy would be a good man for the job.
That telegram came a little bit late, didn't it?
Bullseye! Annie Oakley hits the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Yes, ma'am?
Can't we get started? We've been here almost half an hour.
Well, I'm running on a schedule, ma'am, and this is a 20-minute stopover. And according to my watch, we still have 2 minutes left.
Oh, please hurry.
Yes, ma'am. Been like that the whole trip. Can't figure out why she's in such an all-fired hurry.
You sure got her plenty scared, Con.
I know. Scared ain't enough.
Take it easy, Brady. It's no hurry now. We'll give the stage time to get in open country.
Faster, she says. Maybe someday they'll invent a flying machine. She won't have to put up with this slowpoke kind of travel.
Driver, please!
Yes, ma'am.
Driver, please!
Yes, ma'am!
The Oakley girl.
Take care of the driver, Lofty. And we'll go back and see how the driver is.
He's all right, Annie.
Thanks to you two. Lucky you came along.
We were on our way back from Greenville. I guess we left just a while before you did.
What were you carrying, Pete, that those road agents were after?
Beats me. I'm carrying nothing more valuable than a chuck bag full of victuals.
What about your passenger?
I reckon you better ask her, Miss Annie. She's been acting awful skittish about something. Of course, I never was one who could figure out females, excepting them with 4 legs and a whinny.
Miss?
Yes?
The driver seemed to think you were frightened or something. Thought you might know the reason those men attacked the stage.
No, I don't. Why should I? This is my first time in the territory.
Carrying jewels, maybe? Or a lot of money?
No, I'm afraid I'm not.
Are you riding through to Diablo?
I'm going as far as the stage takes me.
That's Diablo, miss. It's the end of the line.
Yes, I guess it is.
Pete, do you know who she is?
The passenger list gives her name as Roberts, but she could be the Queen of England for all I can see under all that veiling.
Driver, can't we get started again?
Lofty, you'd better drive the stage on into Diablo. Pete can ride inside.
I'm sorry, Tagg, but the answer is still no.
But you said I was a good pub reporter.
Yes, I did, but you have to serve a long apprenticeship before you become a real newspaper man.
Gosh, I wish I could do just one story.
You'll get one someday. Don't try and hurry it so. Come on, let's go see what the stage is bringing in today.
Take it easy, Tom.
Lofty, what happened?
Well, it's sort of a mystery, Tom. A couple of masked men shut up the stage.
Gee, what were they after?
That's the mystery.
Pete, you going over to the doctor and get that arm taken care of. Lofty and I'll see to your passenger.
Thank Annie.
Well, look what we have here.
Watch your step, miss.
May I help you with your bag? The hotel's right across the street, miss.
No, I can manage, thank you.
I'm Tom Conrad, miss, editor of the Diablo Courier. Strangers, especially pretty ones, are always news in Diablo. I wonder if you'd answer a few questions for me.
What sort of questions?
Oh, what you're doing in town?
That don't take much figuring.
Hey, watch how you talk to a lady, mister.
I normally do, Deputy. But if that one's a lady, I'll eat my boots.
Until you learn some manners.
After you've finished your lunch, mister, you may apologize to the lady.
Hey, where'd you go?
That's strange.
Wonder why she walked off like that.
Not the fanciest, I'm afraid, but it's clean.
Oh, it'll be fine, thank you. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
It's very important.
Yes?
I don't want to be disturbed by anyone.
Why, certainly, Mrs. Roberts.
I ain't so worried, Con, but riding on into Diablo, I don't know if that's so smart.
What can they do? Charge against me was dropped, remember?
Well, what if the girl sees us?
So she sees us. Diablo's the end of the stage line. She ain't gonna get away.
Oh, hello, Tom.
What'd you find out, Tom?
Oh, not a thing. She's a mystery woman, all right. Hadn't been out of her room once. Had all her meals sent in.
Won't the hotel clerk tell you anything?
Wendy doesn't know any more than I do. But he's got definite orders not to let anybody in. Orders from Mrs. Roberts. Sure too bad she's married.
Well, whether she's Mrs. Roberts or not, that girl is sure frightened about something.
Maybe the law's after her.
No, that's not it, Tagg. I've already checked the wanted reports. I think she needs help.
How can we help her if we don't know what she's running from?
Well, you'd think a good newspaper man would be able to find out all about her.
That's right, Annie. But I'm afraid I'd have to be small enough to get through a keyhole to find out anything about the mystery woman.
Where are you heading, Tagg?
Oh, just around. No place special.
Well, stay out of trouble.
Sure I will.
What are you doing here?
Just trying to get a story. That's all.
Story here?
Yes, ma'am. Nobody in town seems to know anything about you, and, well, I thought...
You mean your newspaper friend, Mr. Conrad, thought?
Oh, no, ma'am. He didn't send me.
Well, I'll see to it that he doesn't send you again. Go on ahead of me.
Not you, Tagg?
Yes, Mr. Conrad. I brought a lady with me. Or she brought me.
Well, this is a surprise.
I thought I made it clear to you that I didn't want to be interviewed.
That's right, you did.
Well, apparently you didn't tell your assistant here. Having a nose for news is fine, but I don't think it belongs in a keyhole.
Tagg.
I'm sorry, Mr. Conrad. I was just trying to get a scoop.
Well, that's no way to get a story.
Please don't try again. I want to be left alone completely.
Well, Diablo's a friendly town, ma'am. If you're in trouble, there's folks here who would help you.
The few I saw when the stage came in would like to help me out of town.
Well, you'll find that sword anywhere. Not that they're important. Not at all. Ma'am, I'd like to see you again. And I promise not to ask you any questions.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Conrad, but I'm afraid that would be impossible.
What's the matter?
Please, don't move. Just hold me. I'm sorry, Mr. Conrad. Please forgive me.
It's a pleasure. Why, ma'am, you're trembling something awful. Was it those two men?
No, it was nothing, really. Please, I don't want to cause you any trouble.
But...
Gosh, Mr. Conrad, she's sure scared about something, just like Annie said.
Your sister's not usually wrong.
But what are we gonna do, Mr. Conrad?
Well, you're gonna get in there and sort the mail. And don't forget to go through the out-of-town newspapers. You can learn a lot about big city setup methods that way.
All right. Yes, sir. Scoop Oakley's the name. Guess about everyone in the country's heard about me, huh? Guess I've covered some of the biggest stories in the West. Well, I even remember the time Jumping cactus! It's her! The mystery woman! I gotta tell Annie!
Maybe if I had a talk with Mrs. Roberts, I'd be able to find...
Would you please quit reminding me that she's married?
Annie, look at this.
Where'd you get this, Tagg?
It came in the mail with the out-of-town papers. I almost didn't notice
Hey,
it.
listen to this. Lil Benton, Kansas City dance hall queen, and the state's key witness in the murder trial of Con Morley, disappeared from the city today, and state's prosecutors were compelled to release Morley for lack of evidence. Miss Benton, who earlier had indicated she was an eyewitness to the murder of Frank Patterson, Kansas City saloon owner, left no trace as to her whereabouts.
Miss Benton? Then she isn't married.
Without Miss Benton's testimony, state prosecutors admitted they had no case against Morley. It is believed that death threats against the girl were responsible for her sudden disappearance.
Annie, that Morley. He was one of the men that rode into town.
Well, that sure explains the mystery about the mystery woman.
And the stage attack. They were after her.
Well, we don't have any proof, Lofty. They were wearing masks.
Why did she run? It was the worst thing she could do.
Well, I guess Morley threw a real scare into her.
We better have a talk with her, Annie.
We're gonna have to talk fast.
What do you mean?
Well, talk is the one thing that Morley doesn't want her to do.
Well, their horses are still in front of the saloon.
Well, good. You and Tagg stay here, and if they come out, keep an eye on them.
All right, Annie.
Wendy, what room is Mrs. Roberts in? We've got to talk to her right away.
I knew there was something wrong. That's why she checked out in such a hurry.
Checked out?
Not more than 15 minutes ago, asked me where she could get a horse. I told her the livery stable. Now, if I'd have known, I certainly wouldn't.
Their horses are still at the saloon, Annie. Did you see her?
She's run away.
Run? Well, where could she go?
She wouldn't go back to Kansas City. She's probably headed further west.
Let's go after her.
I hope they catch her, Mr. Conrad.
So do I, Tagg. So do I.
Cut off here.
That leads to pretty rough country.
She's probably so frightened she doesn't know which way she's heading.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you chasing me. I thought...
You thought it was Con Morley and his henchmen, and it could have been. You were very foolish to ride out of town alone like that, Lil.
Then you know.
We saw the Kansas City paper. The whole story.
Not the whole story, I'm afraid. Not what Morley threatened to do if I testified against him. He said even if he did go to jail, he'd have friends who'd get me.
You gotta stop running, miss.
Morley can't get you if he's in prison, and that's where he will be if you go back and testify.
I'm all alone. What can I do against him?
We'd like to help, if you'll let us.
You got other friends, too. There's a newspaper editor back in town that's mighty concerned over you.
I'd never make it back alone. Morley'd get me. I know he would.
Not if he's in a Diablo jail, he wouldn't.
But he's been released. There's no charge against him.
Take a warrant from Kansas City to jail him for that murder charge again, Annie.
Mm-hmm. But if he commits a crime in this territory, or an armed attack against Miss Benton, Suppose you were to ride into town and let Morley and his friend know that the mystery woman had ridden out of town alone.
Wouldn't take much supposing. They'd be out here, and fast.
It's just what I thought. There's only one way to make sure. Are you willing to try it, Lil?
Yes, I am.
That's Lil, all right.
Looks like that loudmouth cowboy back in town knew what he was talking about.
Thought Lil had more brains than to pull a stunt like this.
Brady, let this be a lesson to you.
What do you mean?
Never give a woman no credit for having brains.
Huh?
In those rocks. We got her now.
Here I am, boys.
You work like a charm, Annie. Where's Miss Benton?
Back in a nice, safe spot where these two couldn't get at her.
Never give a woman no credit for having brains, huh? We sure got took in by this one.
You know, for a man, it's supposed to be smart, Morley. You sure don't know the first thing about women. Especially Annie Oakley. All right, get to your horses. Come on, come on.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks to all of you for everything.
We were glad to be able to help, Lil.
You don't know what it means to have a real friend.
After the trial's over, you're coming back to Diablo, aren't you?
I sure am, Tagg. Just as fast as I can.
You know, I just figured out what my first big story's gonna be.
Oh, what's that, Tagg?
Their wedding. I think that'll make front page stuff. Might even give it 3 columns.
Tagg, I'll give you a byline on that story of yours.
Bye.
Bye, Lil.
Hits the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Lofty, you've got trouble. The devil himself is in town.
Settle down now, Will. What's the trouble?
Lofty, there's this Texas Sandman, and as big as life.
Texas Sandman?
As sure as my name is Will Riley.
Gee, the Sandman's the fastest gun in the West.
'Tis been said that he's killed more than 20 people.
Well, from what I've heard, they've had it coming.
He's carrying 2 guns, Annie.
I can see him, Tagg.
What about that no guns in town ordinance? Isn't everybody supposed to check their guns here in the sheriff's office? What are you going to do about it?
Take his guns away.
Oh, that's as easy as taking a stinger out of a bumblebee with your eyes closed.
And it's a man's job, Annie. I'll get his guns.
Oh, wait, Lofty.
Wait for what? It's got to be done.
I know, but I think it'd be easier for me.
You're choosing a big order, Annie.
She's not choosing anything. I'll get his guns.
Oh, Lofty, look, I know how you feel about it, but it's because I am a woman that I think it would be easier.
I don't get your reasoning, Annie.
Well, I just figured that even the Texas Sandman wouldn't draw on a woman. Well, it's worth a try, Lofty, and it might avoid bloodshed.
Yeah, it might. All right, Annie. But I'll be watching every move he makes.
Thanks, Lofty.
You want me with you, Annie?
I want you to go on off to school, and right now.
But, Annie, can't I watch the action? This is mighty important.
Nothing's more important than your schooling. Now, go on, get. Stay put.
Morning, miss. I'm Lynn Clinton.
From Texas.
Seems like a man can't outride his reputation, don't it?
I've heard it said that talk moves a lot faster than horses.
If it does, that's right enough. I don't believe I got your name, miss.
Annie Oakley.
Seems like you and I are kind of in the same saddle. Talk of you has snuck into every state I've traveled.
Oh?
No offense, miss, but you're even prettier than talk I've heard.
You're not exactly what I'd heard either, but good leather sometimes covers a bad saddle.
Well, maybe you're putting too much stock in talk, miss. I was aiming to leave trouble behind me.
Well, you can prove that by handing me your guns. It's a local law. Nobody carries guns when they're in town. They pick them up when they leave.
A man can run just so far. I've gone as far as I go. I won't be needing these back. I'm making my home here.
What is it, Annie? What did Clinton say?
He said he was going to settle here. Make Diablo his home.
You believe him?
I don't know, Lofty. He seems sincere enough, and he said he never wanted his guns back.
I don't know. A man with his reputation doesn't just quit. It's not that easy.
Well, if he is telling the truth, it won't take long to find out. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on him, just to make sure. You know, Lofty, I never thought I'd be holding the guns belonging to the Texas Sandman.
I've heard they're pretty deadly, Annie.
Not as long as they're hanging here, they're not.
Now then, can anyone... Tagg Oakley.
Yes, Miss White?
I tried not to notice that you were more than 20 minutes late for school, but I must ask you to pay attention.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's something you must tell the class, get it over with, and we'll go on to the lesson.
I'm sorry, Miss White. I was just telling the kids why I was late.
Well, don't you think I'm entitled to an explanation, too?
Oh, yes, Miss White. You see, it was the gunfighter that rode into town. I had to stay and see what was going to happen when Annie tried to take his guns away.
Gunfighter?
Yeah, the Texas Sandman.
Was there any trouble?
Oh, no, ma'am. He gave up his guns just as easy as you please. They walked towards the hotel. But, boy, for a minute I
That'll
thought...
be enough, Tagg. I think your parents will forgive me if I dismiss you a little early today. Please close your books and leave quietly.
Boy, you should have seen my sister. She walked right up to the Texas Sandman and took his guns away.
She must have been scared, huh?
No, not Annie.
Do you think she can outshoot that gunfighter?
I don't know. He's supposed to be awfully fast.
How come they call him the Texas Sandman?
Because he's from Texas, for one thing, and because of those guns of his. He's put a lot of people to sleep. Permanently. Come on, let's go to town. There might be some shooting yet.
Hello, Marge. You got room for a big, stupid cowboy that needs lots of teaching?
Len. Oh, Len.
6 years is a long time, Marge. But you're even prettier than when you left Houston.
Why did you come here, Len?
Seems we had plans once.
That was when you were Len Clinton, not the Texas Sandman.
The Sandman's back in Texas, Marge. Right where he belongs. It's Len Clinton that rode a lot of miles to find you. Pick up the pieces of what we had 6 years ago.
I'd like that, Len. But I told you in Houston I couldn't take being the wife of a gunfighter. I don't feel differently now.
I'm through with guns, Marge. Through for good. What I want now is for all the things we plan to come true. I want you, Marge. A family. A decent place in life.
I'd like to believe it, Len. I want to believe it.
Why don't you try, Marge? I think he's telling the truth.
Annie, Lofty.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to be eavesdropping.
But what are you doing out here?
I think I know the reason, Marge. Can't blame you none, Deputy. Keeping the peace is your job. My name's Clinton. Len Clinton.
Lofty Craig. You've already met Annie.
Sure have. I was just telling Marge I put up my guns. This here's the little girl that's got them.
That's right. They're hanging in the office.
Then the ordinance is the only reason you gave them up.
You said he wouldn't be wanting them back, Marge.
Well, maybe there's something else I should tell you. All of you. I wasn't born a gunfighter. And I never liked doing what I had to do to stay alive. I wanted to be a peaceful rancher. Nothing big, just enough for my needs. And one day I tried to stop an argument. For my trouble, a drunken outlaw slapped leather on me. Wasn't until later I found out that he was one of the fastest guns in the West. Killing him made me faster. It gave me a reputation I never wanted. From then on, it got to be kind of like a chain. One link led to another. Always some fast gun trying to beat the Texas Sandman to the draw, or some punk kid trying to make a name for himself. Got to be kind of like cutting heads off a dragon. I know it don't make much sense, but that's it.
There's one thing you forgot, Len.
What's that?
Every man you killed was an outlaw or a wanted criminal. And it was always in self-defense.
We telegraphed for his record, Marge. He reported every shooting to a local authority.
You'll have to give me some time, Len. I want to be sure.
Sure, Marge.
One thing I'm sure of right now, though.
What's that?
If you pick up a gun once again, it's all over. This time for good.
You got my promise, Marge. Thanks, folks. Appreciate what you told Marge. I'll be at the hotel in town.
I think he deserves a chance, Marge. There are too many men like Len in this world. Lonely and always on the move. Maybe here in Diablo he can find what he's looking for.
I hope so, Annie. But I can't help feeling that...
What, Marge? What is it?
That one day soon trouble's gonna ride into Diablo.
Trouble's got a way of working out right, Marge. Len Clinton's a good man.
I know, but if trouble comes, can he handle it without the help of the Texas Sandman?
Quiet town, eh, Rick?
Yeah. But then, we ain't been here long, Billy.
May I help you, gentlemen?
You got a Len Clinton bunk in here?
Yes, but...
What room is he in?
Well, I'm not at all sure, gentlemen. He liked visitors this early in the morning.
What you care about don't interest us none.
Here it is, Billy. Room number 104. Here it is, Billy.
Hello, gunfighter.
You boys are a long ways from Texas, aren't you?
We come to pay a debt.
Your brother drew on me, Yancey. I had witnesses.
Witnesses or not, he's dead. That's the way you're going to be.
Well, I'm not wearing guns. If you pull that trigger, it'll be murder. You'll never get out of town. The law here's pretty quick.
Maybe you just better strap on them guns of yours and make it look right.
I reckon I can't do that. They're hanging in the sheriff's office. There's an ordinance here in town that says only the law can carry guns.
Makes it kind of easy then, doesn't it?
Come on, gunfighter. Where's your horse?
Delivery stable?
Well, let's get it.
Those are the men. They're troublemakers.
This is the law I told you about. I said they were quick.
You leaving us, Len?
Oh, just came out for a breath of fresh air, Annie. These boys are friends of mine from the Panhandle. The Yancey brothers, Rick and Billy.
Yeah, seems I've heard the name.
If you boys are planning on staying in town, you'll have to check your guns with us.
Maybe you'd like us to check our right arms, too, lady.
If that's how you want it. One way or the other, we get the guns.
Do we get them peaceable like? Or do I take them from
Lay off, Tin Star.
They came to kill Mr. Clinton.
If you're riding out, you get your guns back. If not, they'll be in the sheriff's office.
We still got business here. We'll be staying.
Can't you leave us alone?
Easy, honey.
Well, what is it they want?
Revenge? It's that dragon I told you about. There are 2 more heads that need cutting.
But, Len, your guns, you promised you wouldn't use them.
Right, Marge, I promised. There's nothing for you to worry about. Now, come on, honey. You'll have a classroom full of kids waiting for you if you don't hurry.
All right, Len.
I'll ride out and carry your books home this afternoon, teacher.
I'll ride along. Just act as chaperone for you two.
Well, what do we do now?
Just what we come to do. No change.
We got no guns, Rick. Makes it kind of tough to get at Clinton.
Yeah. Well, what if we get him to start gunning for us? We'd have to defend ourselves, wouldn't we?
He promised his lady friend he wasn't going to use guns no more.
Promises have been broken, Billy. If Clinton gets tempered up enough, he'll go for his guns, all right. And I think I know how to get him good and tempered up.
Afternoon, teacher. You about ready to let yourself out of school?
Well, I'm ready, but I was just waiting for young Tagg Oakley to finish his after-school penmanship lesson.
Tagg, I'm ashamed of you.
Oh, I used to do the same thing when I was a kid. Only the name was Gertrude. I remember she had the longest hair, and I used to take it. I'm sorry, honey. Why don't you let him go now? I'll bet you my saddle he won't be pulling Elizabeth's hair anymore.
You better not.
Well, what do you say, Tagg?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I mean, no, ma'am. I won't do it anymore. Thanks, Sandman.
The name's Lynn, son. It's best you forget that other handle.
All right, Lynn. Bye, Miss White.
Bye.
Go on.
Hey, what you doing?
What are you doing here?
Here's the schoolhouse, ain't it? We come to do some teaching.
Yeah, figured Clinton needed a lesson on how to be a man.
They're just baiting you, Len. Don't do anything.
Take it easy, honey.
Never thought I'd see the day a woman did the arguing for the Texas Sandman, did you, Rick?
Sure didn't.
Nothing you can do will make me strap those guns back on Yancey.
Not even...
Not even that.
How about this?
Len, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it, Len! Stop it!
Get out! Get out of Diablo. You're gonna put us out, gunfighter? You two are all that's standing between me and a life I've waited a long time for. You got till sundown to get out of Diablo.
You gonna try to run us out personal, are you? Or you gonna get your quick law here to do it for you?
I'll need no help.
We'll get our guns and be on the edge of town come sundown, all ready to leave. But whether we do or not, gonna be up to you.
You'll leave. Now get out of here.
You promised, Len.
I know what I promised, Marge. I haven't picked up my guns, have I?
No, but you will. And if you do it this once, you'll do it again and again till you're killed. I couldn't stand that, I told you.
I'm not going back on my word, Marge. Won't let you and I take a little buggy ride. That ought to get us back to town just about sundown.
Annie, you've got to do something. You've got to stop it.
I can't stop them from checking out their guns. Marge, they'll just say they're leaving town.
But you heard them. They said they'd be waiting for Len.
Len said he wasn't going back on his word.
And he'll be killed. Annie, don't you have any idea?
I have one, Marge, and it just might work.
Like we're gonna have a mighty pretty sunset, Billy.
Yeah, don't it, though? And it'll be right at our backs.
Come to check out our guns. We're leaving town.
These yours? Heading back for Texas, are you?
Haven't got no ordinance against that, have you?
Nope, sure haven't.
Hey, Rick.
Spur over a little bit, Billy. And when the shooting's over, ride. And ride fast.
He's still not wearing guns, Rick. He must be crazy.
Guns!
If you're going to take me, this is the way it'll be. If your aim is good, you'll face a murder charge. If it isn't, I'll jam those guns down the throats of both of you.
I'm gonna marry a fool, Annie. When he said he was gonna face him with just his bare hands, I couldn't believe it.
I knew he wouldn't go back on his word, Marge. He did it to prove something to you.
Well, he did. He certainly did.
Well, I sure proved something to myself just now. And that's that I'm used up on my share of luck for a lifetime. I can't figure out how the answers missed me with so many shots.
We weren't worried a bit about that, were we, Annie?
What do you mean, Tagg?
Shucks. Annie was way ahead of them. She filled their guns with blanks before they even picked them up.
Blanks?
Yeah, she made some paper wads to look just like lead bullets. Sure worked good, too.
I had an idea what you were trying to do, Lennon. Well, I couldn't let our favorite school teacher lose her bridegroom.
Thanks, Annie.
You know, Len, I guess I'll never know if Annie can outshoot you. I've been kind of wondering about that.
Well, I'll tell you, Tagg. Just set your mind at rest. I wouldn't try to outshoot Annie or outsmart her either. Goodbye, Annie.
Goodbye, Lennon.
Goodbye.
Bye.